Welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. Today, I will bring you the latest news about Chelsea FC from the past 24 hours. Don't forget the familiar time at 6 p.m. UK time. Stay tuned to keep up with all the hot updates about our favorite team. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Chelsea leading race for Benjamin Cesco. The Blues are looking to make improvements to their squad prior to the Club World Cup later this month, and they now appear to be closing in on an early deal for Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap, with the signing set to be announced imminently. However, perhaps given that Delap is still relatively inexperienced, the Blues remain keen on bringing in another striker this summer, and they continue to battle it out for the likes of Eintracht Frankfurt's HUGO Ekitike and Sporting CP's Victor Gyökeres. RB Leipzig centre forward Benjamin Cesco is another name to have regularly been linked with a move to Stamford Bridge, and a report from Caught Offside has now revealed that Chelsea are leading the race for the Slovenian. Alongside competition from Arsenal, Leipzig are set to hold out for a fee of €80 million, £67 million for Cesco, with the Blues among the front runners, having identified the 22-year-old as the perfect fit for Bluco's long-term project. Given his eye for goal and raw power, the deal for Delap may well be edging closer to completion, but it would not be a bad idea to bring in another top striker this summer, and the Blues are now believed to be pushing hard to get a deal for the Leipzig star over the line. With Enzo Maresca's side set to return to the Champions League next season, the manager could do with greater strength and depth, and the Slovenia international is held in high regard by scout Ben Maatsen, who described him as a monster. The 6'5" forward also maintained a solid record in front of goal throughout the 2024-25 campaign, regularly finding the back of the net in all the competitions he featured in for Leipzig. As such, Cesco could be a fantastic signing for Chelsea this summer, as they look to build on the 2024-25 campaign and start competing for major trophies once again. Chelsea make decision on Jadden Sancho. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has been teasing Blues fans of a key Chelsea transfer deal that will be happening very soon. This news comes after Chelsea beat Real Betis to win the Conference League on Wednesday night after being a goal down at halftime and turning it around. The Blues ended up winning the game 4-1 in the end after a bit of a Cole Palmer masterclass in the second half, providing two beautiful assists for his teammates to grab crucial goals, although head coach Enzo Maresca is once again not willing to get carried away after this by insisting that Chelsea's target for next season is not going to be winning the Champions League. Chelsea's decision-makers are going to be very busy this week and for the rest of the summer after the transfer window opened on Sunday, albeit just for a short time, for now at least. This window closes on June the 10th and then opens again on June the 16th. This is so clubs playing in the Club World Cup can make any signings they want to bring in time for the competition. Are Chelsea about to replace Jadden Sancho with Jamie Gittens from Dortmund? It looks possible. Fabrizio Romano, speaking on his latest YouTube video this week, has said, "It's crucial hours for Chelsea and Jadden Sancho. Today, tomorrow. Let's say this week, Chelsea will make a decision on him. Get ready for the Jadden Sancho case. They are negotiating contract terms. Chelsea are having discussions around Jamie Gittens. They believe he could be a smart investment, at a good price. There's also the ex-Man City Academy factor, with the likes of Levi, Palmer, Delap and Joe Shields, who is now very important in deciding targets." Chelsea tipped to sell Cole Palmer. 2024-25 was by far Chelsea's best season since Roman Abramovich sold the club to Todd Boehly's Bluco Group. As they finished fourth in the table and won the Conference League title, Enzo Maresca's side will play Champions League football next season and have the chance to win another major trophy this summer at the revamped Club World Cup. It's a positive sign for Boehly and company, whose ownership of the Blues has been widely panned, with £1.5 billion spent on 51 players in just 3 years and little to show for it. Huge investments like Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez and Marc Cucurella are starting to come good, but there is still a lack of experience in the squad which could prevent them challenging Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City. "You need balance in your squad in terms of the age," Gunners legend Keown told TalkSport. "I'm not sure about the model. I thought the club were doing exceptionally well for many years. 5 Premier Leagues they won in the Abramovich era, and I felt the club went backwards in an endeavor to go forwards. They spent £1.5 billion, going round in circles, 5 different managers, Graham Potter given a 5-year deal, out of the door in months. There's been a lot of instability in the club, lot of young players coming in. I'm not totally convinced. I think Cole Palmer will be sold at some point because he's such a wonderful talent, and I think maybe this becomes more of a selling club which the fans are not used to. It's great they're back in the Champions League, but I think when you look at what they had under the previous manager Thomas Tuchel, winning the UEFA Super Cup, Club World Cup and Champions League in just 12 months, they went backwards when they sacked him." Chelsea agree terms with HUGO EKITIKE. Chelsea have already agreed terms with Liam Delap and are set to announce his signing in the coming days, with the plan being for him to take part in the Club World Cup. However, reports have continued to state that the club are keen on bringing more than one striker to Stamford Bridge this summer, with a number of other names still on their shortlist. One of those is HUGO EKITIKE, with the Eintracht Frankfurt striker attracting the attention of numerous top clubs, including Premier League champions. Liverpool, Chelsea are looking to take the lead in the race though, and Simon Phillips has claimed that over the weekend they agreed personal terms with the forward. He said on his Substack, Chelsea ideally want to bring 2 new strikers in this window, and the second one as well as Delap might even still happen before the CWC with advancements made over the weekend. SPTC sources have heard that Chelsea have broadly agreed personal terms with Frankfurt striker HUGO EKITIKE over the weekend after another round of talks with his agents. On the club side, Frankfurt are still digging their heels in on the £80 million asking price for EKITIKE, but Chelsea are still firmly there for him and are attempting to negotiate that fee down. Sources have said that confidence has been growing on Chelsea's side that they can do this deal, especially after broadly agreeing personal terms with the player. Frankfurt also have a replacement already lined up, so Chelsea know there is a willingness to sell there and that the player wants to leave, they will sell. It is unlikely that Chelsea go into the new season with 3 genuine options to start the campaign up front at Stamford Bridge. Therefore, the opportunity for rival clubs to sign Jackson could come to the table after back-to-back double-digit seasons in the Premier League. And that's all the latest news about Chelsea in the past 24 hours. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos on AG Chelsea TV.